Hey everyone, Manda here. Today I am going to share a layout I made using this mood board from the June Life Paper Scrapbook Challenge. You can find that challenge on their blog. And anyway, I used the board for an inspiration of a travel page, and I used some colours from the board. So basically I started with some older stuff from my stash, some Storyteller. Gosh knows how old that is. That must be years old. I don't end up even using this piece of paper. I'm so impressed by it when I start off, but I don't end up putting it on there. And I think the other bit is Basic Grey Carte Postel. I think that's from last year. So these are not colours I would normally work with, and I feel maybe that's why I had so much difficulty with this page and moving things backwards and forwards a lot. You'll see me go on and on. So as I said, I didn't end up using that crepe paper, but decided to make my own background with a plain piece of cream paper and just stamping on the Heidi Swapp, new Heidi Swapp stamp I've bought. Now, I don't have an acrylic block. I bought this huge acrylic block, but I've somehow lost it, which is a bit annoying because it was quite expensive. So I just used the background it's on for these Heidi Swapp stamps. They're reasonably firm, so you still get good coverage if you press down properly. So that's fine for me. And then I'm just using some old Studio Calico. Don't even know what that one's called. It was like a travel themed pad, and just layering it all up. So this photo is I took at the airport on my recent trip to Bali. I had it on my Instagram. It's a little bit blurry, but I changed it to black and white, and I thought it would just be a fun thing to scrap. Also, as maybe a title page for my travel album. Not sure yet what I'm going to do with it, but even though I don't really like working with these colours and it's kind of destroyed my mojo, well, I think it has. Maybe that or Mercury's in retrograde again. Could be that. Uh, so I do tend to move a lot of stuff round and round and round on this page to the point where I'm almost driving myself insane. This page took, I think, an hour and 20 minutes, which is a long time for me to make a page. So I've gone through and pulled out all my travel theme embellishments. This is a little piece, I think, also from Basic Grey, and I just decided to cut out that ticket and use the side bits for more layering. A lot of the stuff you see there, I don't end up using. I just cannot get into into the swing of things this time. This is a little piece from a pad I bought in Singapore. But wait for this. I am going to whip out, look at this, the shaped scissors. I can't believe I still have these. They were like one of the first things I bought when I started card making. And I was doing card making a long time before I was doing scrapbooking. So I've thrown most of them out, but I really like that one because it gives like a little torn edge. So I couldn't get rid of it in the end. And occasionally I like to whip them out and give them a run round, like you do with a vintage car or something for special occasions. um, and I'm just going through, I've got some transparencies from Basic Grey. I think most of this is from the Carte Postal collection. And I've got that little, what is it? Aeroplane, sorry, paperclip. And I'm quite enamoured by this in the early stages. By the time I get to the finished page, it isn't even on there. Now, just to give you an idea of how wrong everything was going that day, I don't even have the end of this video on here. So you get to see most of my process, but at the end it looks very different from where it cuts off. So I just used some twine on that little travel tag to make, look like a proper little luggage tag. Now I'm playing with some bits from October Afternoon Travel Girl. Now I really like this aeroplane, and again I'm going to fiddle around with this, but I ink it in Tim Holtz, I think it's Vintage Photo. Maybe it's Walnut Stain. It's one or the other. And I really like the way it's come out. It's come out like really rich dark wood. Oh yeah, that's right. I get the Tim Holtz Distress ink out, and now I'm on an inking mission. I don't usually ink the edges of my pages, but today I just went nuts. So I'm pulling everything up and just going for gold with my inking. I think it did actually help in the case of this page. It did make the papers stand out more against the background papers, but it's not something I usually do. But I got very excited, and as you see, I just keep ripping it up and inking it on. This is something I usually cut out of my videos. I often do pull things up and move around and leave big ripped marks on underneath, but it all ends up good in the end. So a bit more inking, still playing with that paper clip and that aeroplane. And it's time to add some more embellishments. I just stick that I stick the plane down with some glue runner, and I'm glad I do because I end up moving that. That space there where the plane is, I have a really hard time filling in for some reason. It just, I don't know. Like I said, my mojo's just not with me. These tags are from Travel Girl, and I'm just layering them. And I think that's what throws the other side out of balance. But there was a big chunk of orange there, and I just didn't like it in the end. So I wanted to cover it up with these little tidbits. And I really like them. They're fun. I like little layering tabs and labels and things. So the tidbits from October Afternoon are always a lot of fun to add in. Now, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Oh, playing around with another piece I don't end up using. Oh gosh, what a day. Oh yes, here comes the geotag. Again, I ink it with some Tim Holtz, and again, it doesn't end up there. So I guess I can tell you my exciting news now. I have Poly Scrap Kits, who I'm on the design team for. The owner, Ruth, who is a very, very good friend of mine, she is moving on to bigger and better things, and you know, things that life throw at you. So she needed someone to take it over. So I've actually bought Poly Scrap Kits from her. I will be running it from the 1st of July, and it's having a makeover. I'm so excited. It's a dream come true to actually work in the industry. Yeah. I just can't wait to get started. We do scrapbook kits, pocket project kits, and embellishment kits. So I'll be able to share some more of those when I get the first one together. And I can't wait to share it with you. I'm so excited. So look out for the Scrappy Canary from the 1st of July. Now I have, oh yeah, there we go. Moved the plane, now playing with the geotag again. I added a flare from October Afternoon Travel Girl, and I really like this little arrow thing that was veneer arrow. I don't know, didn't end up on there again. Now my title, I've cut the start of me fiddling with the title. I end up putting it on the bottom here and making it into a pennant, which I then pull off, and then cut the page down. So I cut an inch off the top bottom of the page on the side, and then I mount it on a piece of cardstock, and it really does change the way it looks. You won't see me do that. And then I add a bit more to my embellishment cluster on the bottom left-hand corner, and just some enamel dots to finish off. So as I said, I'm on my inking roll, and I really do think it makes a difference when you've got quite bright coloured papers like the orange and the yellow there. It does really make it stand out more, and I like it, kind of gives a vintage feel. Oh yes, there's that little paper clip again. It's gonna come off in a second. So this is almost the end. These are my thinking drumming fingers, and I'm gonna pull it all up and then cut it all down. So I'm going to finish off today with some stills so you can see how it ended up looking in the end. Yeah, so this is probably the most realistic project video I've done so far. You can see exactly what's going on behind the scenes there. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I have my 400 sub challenge open still. You can find the details on the video before the one before this, so you'll see it in my library anyway. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back again soon with another process video. Bye.